I've got some new makeup. I've decided to keep the lights off in the background. I don't know if that's going to be the right decision when I edit this, but when it comes to makeup stuff, I want to make sure that the video actually looks, it's the white balance thing. It just looks completely different when I've got all these different colors in the background. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I'm really excited though. So let me zoom in. I used this in my last video, the Turtur foundation. I had a sponsored post that I forgot about recently. And so I fake tanned last night, just like a nice subtle tan. It's a really nice product. And I thought, well, okay, I can see how this looks now because I loved it so much with my fair skin that I'm sure it's going to look nice with a tan. And because the tan is more of a subtle shade, I think this will be great. And yeah, I loved this product so much. This is the Turtur Mask Fit Red Cushion in 21 Natural Ivory. So does anyone use this with like a brush, or are you definitely meant to use it with the pad thing that I'm using now? I'm happy to use it with a pad. And I'm also curious to see, because I was thinking as well, like when I have fair skin, when you have a light foundation, it makes everything look so much more even. It evens out anything. And so I'm wondering if that was the case with this foundation as well, because no, it is just a stunning foundation. This is actually still a bit light. I mean, it's looking more light in the camera. It looks like the perfect match in person, but on camera it's still looking quite light. I've also been using, from that Yes Style order that I placed, so I did record this bit that I'm about to say, but I didn't include it in the video when I was editing it, but I did buy some other like skincare products from that website. I bought a sunscreen. It's one that I've heard lots of good things about. Beauty by Joseon. It was a sunscreen, did I just say that? And it was nice, but I don't think I'm going to use it again. It was slightly too dewy or something. I could feel it on my skin throughout the whole day. And that's the one thing that puts me off wearing sunscreen, is that I can feel it. So that's probably a no-go. But the other product was a rice toner. Yeah, the rice toner had so many amazing reviews. Oh my God, this is insane. I just moved this little sponge and it's like, it literally looks like it's just a sponge in there. There's nothing even underneath it. There's a little bit of makeup, but like the sponge has just absorbed it. Did this run out really quickly? I mean, I don't think it was incredibly expensive. I'll have to check, but damn, that's insane. I've started using it and I don't know if it's just a placebo because I'm expecting it to be amazing because of all of the reviews, but it's really beautiful so far. I feel like my skin looks really nice and glowy. Oh, this foundation is just unreal. Look at that. Also, sorry if you can, I've noticed when I was editing the videos, you can see it my nose and you can see my little nose hairs and it looks like I've got boogies in there. Like right now, it looks like I've got boogies all in my nose hairs. No, I just need to trim them. And so in the meantime, you're just gonna see it my nose and it looks like I've got so much snot in my nose. You know who my favorite people on the internet are? The people, I've spoken about her before. I'm like #1 fangirl. Not really, I'm not, but I think she's great. Blue-eyed Kayla J. If you know her, you know her, but she's on TikTok and she's like, her content is addictive. And it's such a positive community considering she does like sex work and stuff, and normally people are really rude to people like that do that kind of work. Anyway, she's so open about everything. Like she talks about like when she she talks about like all of those personal things that we're also like, ooh, you can't mention that on the internet. And then there's those trolls that are like, we didn't need to know that. I'm like, no, we did. Go away. If you want to hide like the reality of being a human being or being a woman, if you want to like be so embarrassed about it, then like go and do that in your own private space. But that's what we need more of, is more women that are just open about like everything that every other woman faces, but we're all too scared to talk about it publicly because we're scared of being like told like gross or it's too much information or something. It's like everyone goes through this, but no one talks about it. Anyway, so I love women that are like that just talk about it. That's why I'm like, oh, like, yeah, I've got like nose hair. And this is nothing compared to what like these women talk about, but like my nose hairs, my first instinct is like, oh no, I've got to edit that out. It's like, oh my God. It's nose hairs. Fenty Beauty Bright Fix Under Eye Brightener. Oh, I just got way too much. Stunning. I feel my eye twitching. We were having a meeting with the anesthesiologist the other day. I could feel my eye twitching. And every time he looked at me to speak, I'm like, I hope he didn't see my eye twitch. Go like, I think I need to get on top of some supplements. I think I need to, I think it's magnesium. If you get a twitch. Oh, that's taken off my the foundation here poops. Yeah, I got a blood test. And my thyroid is back to normal, which is strange. It's so weird. I've never been medicated for it, but it's been monitored since it was first discovered accidentally through another like just routine blood test. Borderline hypoactive, which is a slower one. But I've never had symptoms or anything, and I've just chosen not to be medicated for it because I don't have any symptoms. If it got worse, and if it got bad enough, I would. Anyway, and then iron, because I've always had low iron. And the doctor said to take Multifer, which I know is like a really good supplement. I've taken it before. But you know how, okay, again, I'm getting to TMI territory, but no, it's not TMI at all, it's just whatever. Anyway, apparently like iron supplements kind of give you constipation. So this one's like gentle in your stomach. But I've had the opposite experience. It makes them softer and I hate it. You know when you want like a clean exit poo? I saw someone describe it as that one day. Clean exit, it's like, comes out, you wipe and the toilet paper's clean. That's what you want. Not with Multifer. And your poos go green. I'm gonna do a bit of powder just under my immediate eye area, and then I'm gonna do some cream blush. So I'm gonna have to, maybe I'll try that Ferrograd C one. If anyone has a recommendation, this is the Kosas Cloud set in Airy. If anyone has a recommendation about a good iron supplement that's not gonna, I'd honestly rather be constipated than have runny poos. They're not runny, it's just like, I don't know, I'm just gonna stop there. I'm gonna stop before I go any further. Okay, so these are the Makeup by Mario products. And then I've also got some lip products. I did try one of those yesterday, so spoiler alert. And then some nude sticks, little these. I've got another one, but it doesn't really have any products that I think I'm gonna be using. This isn't like something that I would normally wear, but I don't really have any other eye products to use, and you know what? Maybe it'll be fun. Maybe it'll be fun. Really random color choices though. Beautiful if you've got brown eyes or like green eyes. Probably not so much for blue eyes. Roses and Honey Nudes, Blush, Bronze and Glow. I'm gonna try the bronze shade. Oh, little babies! How cute. So cute. I wonder if this is gonna be a bit tricky to... Oh, I don't know how this is gonna go with the foundation either. Ooh, it's a bit tricky with the really... Oh, I can see it's taking it off, I think. I might have to... I think it's cool in theory, but... Okay, so that's first of all a much better way to... Oh, get out of my way. I don't know how I feel about this. I can't tell if it's taking off the foundation or it's just... got a bit more warmth to it. Bondi Bay, isn't that the one that I like normally? No. The one I normally like is Bondi Bell. I think that might be what's throwing me off, is that this seems to have a bit more, I think it's got slightly more warmth to it. The Bondi Bell one is a bit more cool, so I think this is confusing me because it looks like, because it has a bit of a pinkish tint, it looks like it's taking off my foundation and I can see the redness underneath it. But I think it might just be, no, that side looks much better. Does it? I also think this side's a bit confusing because it's got the fake tan that's come up here. And then so I've got like foundation and then it's just a lot of colours going on. So I think this side is probably the better idea of how it looks. Let me try a bit on my forehead. As much as I like this cute small size, I don't think it's, I would rather just honestly just bring the large size with me if I go travelling or something. And what's this? This is like a highlight. Let me actually just put some of this on. I'm not really fussed. So this is the shade, this is like a highlight in Hey Honey. Let's put this on before I put on blush. That's nice, that's really nice. I think, yep. It's actually good that I put a tan on last night because a lot of these products I probably wouldn't really try with my fair skin. Is that sticky? It is a bit balmy, that highlight, which probably makes it look more natural, but you know how I get with sticky stuff on my face. So this was sent by Sephora, and in the little promo booklet, stunning. Of course I'm looking at this picture because that's my normal colour, and I was like, oh, I wonder what colour she's wearing. And it doesn't say, which is super annoying because I would like to try that one. But then, oh, that's a beautiful picture. Look at the colour on her skin. Stunning. But then they used that colour on her. Like, that's the last colour I would have thought to use on fair skin, is that like orangey colour. which is this one. And we've got that shade, which is gorgeous. Like, that's kind of the color I would probably have leaned towards. That one's really nice. I'm gonna be probably trying these over. Oh, these are all beautiful colors. I just like that because it matches my shirt. Should I try it, or is that gonna be too matchy with my shirt? Let's just try it, why not, hey? This is in the shade Papaya Pop. I'm not sure how much to use. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's really nice. These apply really nicely, they blend beautifully. It's not one of those, like, considering how bright that is, they've formulated it in such a way that it's not all or nothing. Like, you don't have to go and then blend it for a million years. It's like they're sheer enough that they're easy to work with, but the color still pops. That is beautiful. Maybe that looks so different on her on that picture. In that picture, it looks like orange on her. I guess that could also be because she doesn't have a tan, and I've got more color underneath at the moment, so it's gonna look different. But that's beautiful. I want to use this on my lips. I think there's a corresponding lip shade. No. I'll wait. I'll wait. I don't think this is gonna suit. The blue to match my shirt. You know what? Let's do it. So we've got another little tin. I'm going to just apply this. Now, I do get surprised by these shades. No, blue's not going to be. Blue's not my shade. I don't like that at all. No, I actually really don't like that. I've got the micellar water in hand. Wow, it's like nothing happened. Amazing. I'm gonna go with the most obvious option, which is just my usual shimmery shadow on the lid. A bit too warm, that one, actually. It's a bit too peachy. Oh, it is too peachy. Lounge Face Brow Pencil. Friendly reminder that Lounge Face is now available on Amazon in the US. Same day free shipping if you are with Prime. And even if you're not with Prime, it only costs like $3 or something. That just... why is it so expensive to ship parcels in Australia? Done. Oh, look at that. Clear brow gel, of course. Damn, got ripped to shreds on Amazon about this clear brow gel. We sent out some free product to this, I don't know what, it's like called Vine or something. I think it's through, I don't know the details, but basically you send it to just random people on Amazon that leave reviews for the product, because it just helps, like in the early days, getting reviews for products. And this was torn to shreds. The guys that I'm working with on the whole Amazon thing are like, you know, is this kind of feedback normal? And I'm like, no, genuinely, like the feedback I've gotten on the clear brow gel is like the polar opposite. It was like talking about the scent. And I get that they're going to be very critical of the product, both for and against, because they're looking for the pros and the cons really closely, because they've been chosen to leave a review specifically. So like they're going to take it seriously, which I appreciate, obviously. But they must have been like inhaling this, because so many of the comments are about the alcohol smell. And you guys know me by now, like I am. And I said this to the guys, I am so fussy about the way things smell, especially on my face. And when I first got these samples, I was like, wow, these do smell like alcohol, because that's very commonly like one of the first products in these clear brow gels, because the alcohol, it evaporates basically, but it's part of the hold. It's like in hairspray. It helps keep the hair where you want it to be. And so I was like, nah, we need to fix the fragrance a little bit, but we can't really change it much because then it's not going to hold as well, which is the whole point of the product. And so I was like, what scent do I like? And I thought, grape. I love grape scent. And so I put the grape scent in, completely masked the alcohol smell. And I like the smell, but I was like, nah, I could smell it throughout the day. I was getting whiffs of the grape smell. I was like, it can't be grape. And I said, can we just try like a vanilla? You know, that's going to be better than nothing at all. Try the vanilla, and it's perfect. When you go like this and you smell it, you can still smell alcohol because there's alcohol in the product. Once it goes on your eyebrows, like you literally can't smell it at all. You can't smell the vanilla. It just brings it down so much. It was perfect. And so seeing these reviews, I was like, Jesus. A couple of them were like, you know, I'm worried about using alcohol in my eyes or something like that. I'm like, guys, this isn't something that I made in my backyard. Like, these are made with certified labs. Every ingredient is tested. Every ingredient comes from a specific manufacturer that has to go through all the safety testing. Like, there are strict guidelines for cosmetics, and this is very much within those guidelines. And you're not like you're not dripping the clear brow gel formula into your eyes. It was a humbling experience, but it was also kind of frustrating because I'm like, you can't leave a review on something claiming something is a fault when it's actually a really common ingredient that is integral to the performance of the products that a lot of other brands use. Anyway, that's just the nature of the beast though, isn't it? You can't like, you know, we sent them out, we asked for honest reviews, that's what we got. Now, I'm going to do lips first because I've got a really exciting mascara package that I want to like end on because it's going to take more time and I'm just really excited to do it. So I've got a whole bunch of these different, what are they called? Teddy Tints by Maybelline. They're new. I chose this color because it's like a purpley tone, which I love. And then I've got these by Makeup by Mario. And I'm wondering if I might just put this on first and show you what it looks like because I did try it yesterday and I thought it was cute. You can use it on your cheeks apparently, you can use it on your lips. And I'm gonna just do it on the outside. Now the color itself like that I don't like, but for some reason my lips are so pale today. So it's a really stark difference, but okay, no, actually I don't really like that much. It smells nice, kind of smells like berries or something. The color's great when it's sheared out. And they said on the little flyer that you can use it as a gradient thing, like in that video that I did last week, the more Asian beauty way of applying lip products, which is to do the most concentrated color in the middle. I actually quite like that. Color in the middle and then blend it out, or you can do like bold, crisp lines, or you can do what I've done, which is blur it, or you can use it on your cheeks. So that's how that looks. I just wanted to show you, and it's really comfortable. It's really comfortable. When I saw it, I was like, oh no, it's gonna be dry, but no, it's really nice. Did I say what shade this was? This is in the shade 55 Knee High. Let's use this shade. So this is I think this is the corresponding, yeah, this is Tangerine Glow. But this was the corresponding one. I love the packaging, how colourful it is. To the cheek product I use. It's not it's a beautiful colour. I do like when they have just enough pigment to kind of leave, because I do like to overline, leave that kind of blurred look over my lip line. This doesn't really have that. And I did use the darkest shade yesterday, so I've tried, you know, the one that would probably give me that shade the most and didn't really do much, but it's fine. I think I'll get wear out of these. They do, it kind of smells like apricots. Yeah, I think that's an apricot scent, which makes sense, even though it's called Tangerine Glow. And it has that kind of like menthol, mildly, it's not tingly, but it's cooling tingly. Just keep that in mind if you don't like that feeling. Yeah, I'll keep trying these in different videos, I think, but they're nice. Very comfortable, not sticky. Just adds a nice bit of, like, that's a beautiful color, isn't it? It's really summery. Yeah, okay. I keep looking at myself in the viewfinder and thinking, my makeup looks so nice. It's just so fresh and glowy. And I can't tell if it's the foundation or if it's all the colors that I'm wearing together that just look so nice. Oh, foundation. And I know the foundation is good because when I was editing that video that other day where I tried that foundation for the first time, I came across an older video where I was also not fake tan, like the one before that video, I think. And my makeup just looked so different. Like my base looked a lot more, I'm not gonna say cakey, but that's the first word that comes to mind. It's more like, I can see more texture. I guess the powder is more obvious. This is just like, loving it, loving it. This company I've been talking to about this particular mascara. I met them at the Hong Kong like cosmetic trade fair. It was a last minute thing. They were closing up shop. I didn't even realize they'd be there because they're from Italy. And I was like, hey, I've spoken to you guys before, like just that I'd, you know, introduce myself or whatever. They gave me this new sample of a mascara formula that they've been working on. It was a tubing one. And I was like, oh great, I'd love to try that. Got home, tried it, loved it. Loved it, loved it, loved it. It's really similar to Lounge Face Lash, but it is less dry. So Lash Face is kind of like a polarizing formula. Generally, most people absolutely love it, but if you're a new customer coming from a brand that has wet formula, coming from a mascara that has a wet formula, it's going to be a learning curve, and you're probably going to find it clumpy because with wet formulas, you've got to wait for the mascara to dry between coats in order to build volume, whereas with Lash Face Lash, you don't have to wait. So you might still be waiting, which means that the mascara is dried, and then you're going to go on top of it with another layer, which is just going to create clumps and make it look horrible. So it is a bit of a learning curve. And so I think some people do actually prefer a wetter formula. So I was like, it's good to have both types. It also means you have longer to work with it. But I wanted to change a few things about it. And so I've been back and forth with them, but they've been so difficult. It's been honestly like a year of me following up with them because they have people that they work with that like deal with different countries, and the one that dealt with Australia left, and they're having a hard time trying to find a new person. And so I keep replying in the same email chain. I'm like, the last one was like, okay, it's been like, I don't know however many months it was, at least 6 months. I've been trying to talk to you about this. Like, I want to place an order. Hello, anyone there? And finally, there's someone new there, and so the ball is rolling again. I asked them to send me some different ones as well, because the one that they sent with the original one I wasn't as happy with. They've sent me this list of 4 different types. They've sent me 4 of these, but there's no explanation about what each one is. I don't know what I'm looking at. Brush. So there's going to be 4 different brushes, but then they've also, it looks like they've also sent 2 different formulas. And I'm also confused, and I'm worried that they haven't sent me the right one, because this is the original sample and this is the sample that they just sent. So completely different component. I mean, I did request different things, but let's look. So this is, okay, so that's going to be a fiber brush. I'm going to take photos of these just quickly so I can remember that I don't want to keep opening them up and then potentially drying them out. So I'm thinking also for this mascara to have a fiber wand, because some people don't like silicone ones because they're a bit more spiky, but for Lash Face Lash's formula, it's important. Okay, so that is going to be flat on one side, like, you know, on the bottom is straight and on the top is rounded. I still don't know what I would call it. Ooh, I don't like the look of that. That has like hardly any bristles. I'm probably not going to try that one today because I don't think I'm going to like it. I've only got 2 eyes, so I'm only going to use 2 of these today, and then on another day I'll use a different one. And this is the last one. What the heck? No, is that an accident? What the hell? What is that? What is that? Oh no, there are thingies on there. What? The wiper isn't even big enough, narrow enough to wipe off the product. It looks like it was just a stick. Okay, that's a no. How odd. Okay, I'm not gonna curl my lashes with these, because let's see how it performs without curled lashes. So this is gonna be that wand. Okay, so how I'm gonna do this, I'm going to, let's try the curved side first. No, I'm gonna do the flat side first, because I want to get as much of, I like using the flat side to kind of, actually, you know what, I don't even know what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna instinctively apply it. Oh, I don't think I like this. It's too big. And it's not depositing enough mascara onto my lashes. It's funny, a lot of the mascaras that you see that are like massive volume, they use big wands, and that is just purely like a marketing mental thing, because a bigger wand does not give you bigger lashes. I'd actually argue that a narrower, like a smaller wand would give you a better outcome. You can probably apply more mascara with it that way. Like, this is so big that the mascara is like spread out throughout these longer bristles, and it's not like, it's so airy and fluffy and puffy that I'm not getting like a concentrated amount of product. And it's so big that I can't even get behind my lashes. So this brush is going to be a no. The original wand is okay. It just has a weird like tip on the end. Whoa. Holy crap. I say all that and then my lashes end up being huge anyway. Let's try the bottom lashes. Yeah, I feel like silicone ones like with Lash Face Lash are better for drier formulas because they need to be, because it dries quickly and you're building the volume, it needs to have a strong, sturdy brush that almost acts like a comb to separate any clumps if they happen. Like it just needs to separate as it, if you're constantly building, you need to be separating at the same time, otherwise you're just gonna get gluggy lashes. So I feel like, yeah, a silicone brush is good for that purpose. I feel that's giving me like long kind of fluffy lashes. This is so much fun. Let me try this one. Oh, this is so similar to the other one though. It's just not as fluffy. I will say this before I start applying it. This eye is missing a few more eyelashes than the other eye. Ooh, I think I like this more. I like this more so far because it's got a flat side where I can really get in there and coat. Like, yeah, coat them first. Oh, it's just so weird having, I'm so not used to using a fiber brush. I like that this is a bit smaller. Yeah, I think I'm preferring this one so far. Holy crap. Jesus Christ. I think this is going to be like the lengthening mascara because my lashes are huge. See how I'm still able to, like, I've been doing my bottom lashes and I'm still able to build up the volume on my top lashes. Just proves that it is slightly less dry. That is next level. I do have to do some cleaning up, oh my god. I'm just really hoping that this is a tubing formula. I did make it very clear what the formula was, but I just really hope that they didn't accidentally send me a different formula and I'm getting all excited about a non-tubing formula which I just wouldn't release. It's funny how I'm like, oh, this eye has less eyelashes and that eye looks almost better than that eye. I'll take all of them, please. Placing my order. Everything you've got. Yeah, I like this one more. That one's too big and fluffy and too hard to maneuver. Oh my god, I can't even believe it. Oh, I should show you what the original one was like. See how it has that weird bit at the end? That, I don't even know what it is, but it looks like it's just mascara that's collected on top, but it's not part of the actual wand. Wow, that's so exciting. Makeup is makeuping today. Wow. I really like this tan product too. It'll be on my TikTok if you want to check out the product, but it's a good, like, kind of not too dark tan. And the fact that it matches that Turtur foundation so well is perfect too. On that note, thank you so much for watching. What a fun little video today was. Thoroughly enjoyed that. Hope you did too. I'm genuinely just staring at how my makeup looks. And I don't normally do this. It isn't like I'm self-obsessed. It's like, it just looks so nice. Thanks so much for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.